Hi there. Hi. So 2 years ago, I entered this competition with little more than an idea and some research. And today, I'm working with some of the most respected people in the entertainment and technology industries on a platform that's positioned to help revolutionize the music business. My name's Eliza Hava, and I'm the founder and CEO of Musicians Base, which stands for Business Administration Software for Success. And it also stands for Badass Superstar, depending on who you're talking to. So I myself am an independent musician. I've toured around the world. I have worked with multi-platinum Grammy-winning producers, and I've always done it on my own because I believe that musicians should be able to have control over their careers. And I'm also a music business consultant, mentor, and I really understand the challenges that artists are facing in the current digital climate, which is what led me to create this platform. So, which green button? Okay, the challenge. In order to be successful, independent musicians need to manage themselves as any business would, but as we know, most of them have no idea how to do that. And in addition, in the new music business model, which requires artists to build direct relationships with their fans in order to get revenue, there's a whole number of responsibilities that artists have to take on. So besides recording your music, publishing it, distributing it, managing your own inventory, making sure that you're on every single social media platform where you can market your music, artists are overwhelmed by the amount of tasks that need to be accommodated, and it's very inefficient. Currently, artists are using numerous platforms, and they quite often end up looking like that. I think any small business owner can relate. So the solution is an all-in-one dashboard offering the essential music business management tools, but this isn't just any dashboard. It's an AI-enhanced interface that teaches artists how to build their business step by step. So we are doing a deep dive on data to help artists understand what actions to take in order to increase their bottom line. So a case scenario would be using social media to drive traffic to your website and ultimately drive merchandise sales, to use our music catalog and venue database to book more gigs, get more shows, et cetera, et cetera. So we're going after independent and unsigned artists, primarily bands, DJs, songwriters, and eventually we're going to roll this out for independent labels as well that are managing multiple artists. And believe it or not, the music business is booming. So the Global Music Industry Report just came out. It's an over $50 billion industry, and 40%, nearly 40% of all recorded revenues last year came from independent musicians. Can you believe that? And that's up 10% from the year before. So the barriers to entry are basically zero for independent artists these days. You can make a record in your basement, put it up on Spotify the next day. And so more artists than ever before are doing this. The thing is that they're lacking the tools to actually make money doing it. So there are plenty of platforms out there that are helping artists promote themselves. These models range from freemium all the way up to $20, $30 a month or more. We're offering a competitive freemium model and a very competitive price point as well. Now, if you look at our competitive analysis, you will see that there is no other platform out there that is offering a suite of tools as robust as what we're offering. And part of the competitive advantage as well is that we are the only one that is approaching this from an AI perspective, offering educational insights that help artists understand what steps they need to take to actually make a sustainable career. Another competitive advantage that we have is that we're an award-winning team. So I myself have been recognized for my work with music-related initiatives at the United Nations. I was the co-chair and the chair of the Music Committee for the International Day of Peace. And I'm working, and actually my very first investor is the person who designed the TED Talks app, which the CEO of Apple called his favorite app of all time. In addition, my team built the Vero app, which went to #1 worldwide in beta, 10 million users and counting. So I want to draw your attention to Brian Wilson, who is my UI UX designer. He did the TED Talks app. He also did the official Dalai Lama app. Nikki Slight, who's head of marketing, she worked for Warner and Atlantic, holding the same positions as Senior Vice President of Global Product Development, New Media, and she told me, when I pitched this to her, she told me that she has seen over 1,000 pitches, and this is the most in-depth and exciting one that she has ever seen for the new music business. So that was very comforting. She's very excited about the product. And Rich Berger, who's in the lower left-hand corner, he held the same position at Sony as Senior Vice President. He's also, of digital product development, he's also one of the people who invented Blu-ray and 4K, and he's now the CEO and president of Movie Labs, which is a conglomerate of all the major movie houses in Hollywood. My whole team has music and tech industry backgrounds. They're veterans, they're amazing people. I'm very excited and proud about this team. You might see some of the usual suspects on this list if you're familiar with the Santa Cruz startup ecosystem. Rena Jadov has been my advisor through the Tech Futures Group, which I've been working with them for about a year now. Bill Richter is my business attorney. Pat Riley, who's here, is my go-to for IP. Ned Hearn is my go-to for entertainment and tech licensing. So our go-to-market strategy involves starting with a freemium product, which will help us achieve market validation, and then we will roll out our paid, basic, and premium services over time. And we are going to begin by working with our strategic alliances, particularly independent music networks that have hundreds of thousands of musicians in them. Because I've been a musician for over 15 years, I'm very connected to the independent music scene in general. I helped co-found a chapter of a national music industry meetup group in Santa Cruz. And we'll be presenting at expos and summits, working with influencers, and a highly targeted ad campaign, which we can definitely dial down to our niche audience of independent artists who we know are spending money on products to help them manage themselves. We're SaaS. We have 4 tiers. We've got the weekend warrior, the pro, the badass, and the superstar. We're talking musicians here. And affordable price points. Again, you get a discount if you pay annually. And also no hidden fees at all. We don't take any of your royalties. We don't take any of your merch sales. We want artists to make money. We just want to cover our costs while also making a significant profit. So in June, we'll be launching our MVP. It's an EPK solution where artists can basically build their online resume, which is interactive, and it's an electronic press kit. And we have a $150K round currently open to help bring that out and scale it. And I'm just going to flip through some of our mock-up screenshots here. I have a video that I was shown earlier today. This is our analytics map where you can see where you're getting the most streams, which can help you make smart decisions about where to tour. Venue database, so you can determine capacity size and venue size that relate to your genre and the region that you want to be touring in. Messaging your band, getting everybody on the same page. I don't know if you've tried to schedule your business meetings with 5 or 6 different people, but getting a bunch of band members to respond is a very difficult challenge, so this really helps dial that in. Project management solution where you can give tasks to different people, social media, and more. So this is just a mock-up. We are seeking $1.2 million to bring the entire platform to market with a healthy budget for marketing, which will help us to really reach our niche audience very quickly. And the timeline from the time that we raise that funding is about 1 year, and that includes the full front end and iOS and Android development. Our forecast is that within 5 years we're going to capture a minimum 5% of the market, which when averaging out all the different price points, we're estimating $66 million in revenue. And with a 4 to 4.5x exit, we're looking at a potential $300 million exit strategy for someone who would consider us a strategic acquisition. So our philosophy, there's always that someone in the band holding it together for everyone. Bass is holding it together for the band by supporting every musician's bottom line. Thank you.